Hi, this is Josh. Today I'd like to show you a stretching sequence that you'll be able to do every single day. So let's get started. Let's start with the quadriceps. So the front of your thigh. Right here. Gently grab your ankle. Back. Try to pull your knee back behind you. Try not to pull it out to the side and twist. Just back until you feel a little discomfort in the muscle. Feel it stretching. And then use your breathing on these. So breathe in. A little 2-second pause, 1, 2, and then exhale through your mouth. So breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Like I feel my cat Max here. You like stretching too. And then once you've done one side for 30 seconds or about at least 5 breaths, let's go and do the other side. I'm just going to flip around so I don't turn my back to you. Stretching the quads. Petting your dog or cat if they're around. Wouldn't it be nice to be as flexible as cats are? Alright, now I'm going to flip back around. We're going to do the letter T stretch. This is a great one if you got back pain. It's going to stretch the outside of your hip and a little bit of your lower back. Depending on how tight your shoulders are, it might even stretch those too. So start laying flat on the floor, arms out to the side. That's the T part. Just raise your left leg up and roll it over to your right side. And then take your right hand, put it on the knee if you can get there. Otherwise, depending on how tight you are, even if you're up here, just use that right hand to hold the leg in place. And make sure you keep your left shoulder on the floor. In through the nose. And every time you exhale, relax a little bit further into the stretch. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out, relax. Just like meditating. Once we're done on one side, about 30 seconds, let's do the other side. Reset, leg up, right leg goes over the left side, hold it in place, right shoulder on the floor. Max is helping out. Stretching right, the outside of the hip, lower back. Feeling it a little, even in my rib cage there. It's good stuff. All right, now let's do a V stretch. Sit back. Spread the legs out as wide as you can get them. Keep your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to take your left hand and reach towards your right foot. If you can't make it all the way to your toes, just go for your shin, go for your kneecap. Notice I got the right hand on the floor, got it back behind me. I'm going to gently push with that one a little bit and try to stretch towards my toe. So you see how I've got this pulled up towards the ceiling? That way I want to make sure that I'm targeting those hamstrings, like right in the middle. Don't want to be turned out, don't want to be turned in. For this stretch, toes up, and then breathe. Switch it over to the other side. So, right hand, left toe. Gently push with the left hand towards the left foot. Breathe and relax. Feels pretty good. Next stretch, we're going to do a little more for the hamstrings. This is going to be your traditional lying hamstring stretch. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this. Laying flat on the floor. Have your left knee bent. Straighten your right leg out. Pull the toe back towards you. Take your hands, grab just below the knee. And pull that toe back towards your head. Use the breathing. Keep it straight. Sometimes when you're trying to straighten your leg out, it helps if you concentrate on contracting your quads a little bit here. That'll help your hamstring relax. It's called reciprocal inhibition. On one side it's contracted and the opposite side is going to relax. Now let's switch to the other side. This time I'm going to just grab a strap. You could use a belt or a tube or a band. This is a stretch out strap. You got these on the internet. Amazon has them. They're great. Good thing to keep around the living room or wherever you like to stretch. So you loop it around your foot, knee bent, straighten the leg out. Just pull up over the top of your head. Feels pretty good. Let's move on to an adductor stretch. So this is going to be for the inside of your thighs. Going to do the frog stretch. So, elbows on the floor. Spread the knees as wide as you possibly can. And then just push back. And that's a good stretch. I don't know where Max went. Good adductor stretch. Now let's do a hip flexor stretch. This is another good one if you got back pain. Got some deep hip flexor muscles that actually start on your 5 lumbar vertebrae, so they're deep inside your lower back. I got a tube here, or a foam roller here. We're going to start with your right knee on the floor. Just walk your left foot forward, chin and chest up. Helps to hold on to the roller, or if you got a wall or whatever, dip this hip down towards the floor. Squeeze your glutes a little bit. It'll help those hip flexors relax. And breathe. If you want to get a little bit more stretch, you can reach up overhead, lean off to the side a little bit. Feels good. Let's switch to the other side. Exact same thing. Chin and chest up. Drop the hips down. Breathe. Every time you exhale, try to relax a little bit more and sink more into that stretch. Just try to concentrate on what you're doing. Focus on the breathing, the pausing, the relaxing. Right. Now let's stretch your upper back. I'll make sure the camera can still get me. So you've got a couch, something like a counter or a table nearby. You can go ahead and grab the edge of that. Key here is to keep your arms straight. Drop your head down in between your arms. We're stretching right in here, upper back, posture muscles. Now we're going to go to standing positions for the last 3. This is going to be a stretch for your chest. Gets a little bit tight. When this muscle gets tight, your pecs rolls your shoulder forward. So working at the desk, definitely need to be doing this stretch on a regular basis. So get the elbow, start with it right at about the height of your shoulder. Step up. You got nice length here. Don't be all crunched up. Try to lengthen the arm, get your shoulder nice and low. And then I'm going to step forward, in this case with my left foot. So my left foot forward, so I'm leaving my left arm behind. I'm getting a good stretch right in here. And breathe. I'm just going to turn around here. I'm going to get the other arm. Sorry to turn my back to you. Stepping through with my right foot this time. Chin and chest up. What I'm hoping is the first few times you do these stretches, you'll just kind of follow along with the video, and then shortly afterwards, you should have it memorized. And now next, after we do that, stretching your chest out, get another part of your shoulder muscles, or your shoulder joint. We're going to do a towel stretch. And for this one, I am going to turn my back to you. The idea here is to pull your hand up in the middle of your back as high as you possibly can. And this is going to stretch your rotator cuff muscles on the lower hand. So you'll probably feel the stretch right up in the front of your shoulder, but the muscles that you're stretching are actually coming off of your scapula, off your shoulder blade. They just insert on your upper arm bone. But if you got shoulder pain, you want to keep those rotator cuff muscles loose as well. Another byproduct of working at the desk all day long. Just try to pull that arm up in the middle of your back as high as you can, and then we'll switch to the other side. And you'll probably find that you have a difference between one side and the other. But the higher you can pull that hand up, the better. Just breathing. Right, feels good. The last stretch that I'm going to show you is one for your calf muscles, and we're going to go over to the stairs for that one. For this one, just find a staircase if you got them, or anything elevated. You can wear your shoes for this one. I'm just going barefoot today, but stretch your calves. Drop those heels down as far as you can. Keep your toes pointing forward. Whatever you're standing on, have it underneath the balls of your feet. I recommend carpet if you're going to be barefoot while you're doing this one, or shoes if you're not. And anything that you can get up on top of that'll allow you to drop your heels and get a good stretch on your calves. So you've got a couple of sets of muscles in your calves. You got your gastrocs that cross over your knee. You can stretch those best by keeping your knees locked straight when you stretch your calves. If you want to get muscle is called your soleus that only crosses over your ankle and can get especially tight if you're a runner. You want to bend your knee then when you're doing the stretch. And when you do that, instead of feeling it up in here, you're going to feel it down a little bit lower, closer to your Achilles tendon. So straight legs for the gastroc, knee bent for the soleus. Feels good. So I hope you enjoyed the stretching sequence, and I really hope that you do them every single day. It'll go a long way to helping you get some flexibility and some more range of motion, and hopefully more comfort and more pain-free movement as time goes on. But stretching is best done frequently, so a few minutes every day won't take you very long. Just go through this full body stretch routine. Glad you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.